So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about how we can create our AWS account and how we can create our Windows EC2. This is what we have discussed in our previous session. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Linux EC2. Before starting of this particular topic, any question anyone have? You can please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Yes, Colin, you can unmute.
Hey, and get one quick questions. And so in your first spot, we are choosing that regional, right? And say example,
Region,
right? Say example, you are in India and you are choosing that Mumbai, right? In a real time scenario, you wanted to configure something from India, but it's not necessary to have the data center in India, right? You can configure anywhere in the world, right? In that
No,
case,
it's not mandatory. As per your client requirement, you can choose any region, whichever the region they want to use it.
right? But
Even some companies are using Ireland region. If they're in India, they're using they have a company in India, their customer based in India, they're using a region in Ireland also.
Right, I understand that, but when you configure, it's not asking any location, which means regional, because in the first spot itself you chosen that region, right? But I want to have the different region. How do we do it in AWS?
No, first we have selected that region here. That is why when I'm creating that particular EC2 machine, it is not asking for a region because we have already selected the region. I want to create that EC2 machine in Mumbai region.
Okay.
That is why it is not asking for that particular region when I'm creating that particular EC2 machine. Okay, because EC2 is a service which is region specific service.
Right. Say example, if you wanted to choose USA, then you need to choose the USA, is it? And
yeah, whatever the region while practice you want to select, you can select.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Before moving forward, I need to share some information with you. Now, if you see here in my AWS account, the Hong Kong region and Hyderabad region, I'm able to see here. But might be if you check your AWS account, you will not get Hong Kong and Hyderabad region. Why? Because the new regions, whichever is creating by the AWS, those regions are by default not enabled. And even if you here, these are the 8 regions which are not enabled in my AWS account. Same way, Hong Kong and Hyderabad region is not enabled in your AWS account. So like this, by default, these regions, the newly launched regions are not enabled. So how we can enable those regions? For this particular question, I have already given the answer here. How you can enable the region, that particular answer in this PPT number 3, the one PPT we have used in our previous session to create Windows machine. This PPT is already uploaded. So please check this particular link also. With the help of this one, you get information how you can enable the. And one more thing, the PPTs, whichever I'm sharing you in that PPTs, in last slide always. I'm always sharing some links, some information with you guys. Sometimes I'm sharing some interview questions also there. So whenever you see these PPTs, please always check the last slide, whichever you are getting it. In that one, you will find most of the PPTs, you will find some links there or some information you will see there where you can check those things also. So I'm requesting you to, when this PPT is already uploaded, please check this link after the particular session. The PPT is already uploaded in our website, logicalabstract.com. There it is already uploaded. And once you complete the payment formality, then you can access this particular course by just go for the dashboard. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Then we'll move forward with our today's topic, where we are going to discuss about EC2 Linux machine. No questions. So let's move forward. And today we are going to create a Linux EC2 machine. The process is same. The process which we have followed for our Windows machine, the same process I need to follow to create my Linux EC2 machine also. So I've already selected a region as Mumbai 1. I'm going to EC2. Click on instances. You can see here I'm not able to see any instance. The instance which we have terminated in our previous session, after few minutes, that particular EC2 machine is going to completely removed from our AWS console. Now I'm going to click on launch instance and give the name of that. Scroll down. We have discussed in previous session, to create this particular Linux machine or Windows machine, we need to follow some steps. The first step is we need to give the name to our machine. We have given the name. Scroll down. Second step is we need to select EM. In our previous session, we have discussed to create any computer, or whenever you purchase any computer, to create any server, minimum we need few things. What are the things we require? These are the things. RAM, CPU, hard disk, and operating system. In AWS, operating system is called as EMI. And which one we are going to select this time? We are going to select any of the Linux-based operating system. I'm having Amazon Linux also. I'm having Ubuntu also, Red Hat also, and many more Linux operating systems we have. Which one I'm going to use? I'm going to use Amazon. And in Amazon Linux, I'm going to use the latest version, Amazon Linux 2023 EMI. And Amazon Linux is coming under free tier package. So we have already selected our EMI as Amazon Linux. Next option. Next option is we need to select instance type, because I want to give CPU and RAM. To provide CPU and RAM, we need to use instance type. And in previous session, we have discussed it, T2.micro is coming under our free tier. So the free quota which we are getting for 12 months, T2.micro is coming under free. And I'm using Mumbai region. It is in Mumbai region, T2.micro is free. In few of the regions, you will see T3.micro also. That is also free, but depend on the region to region. In few regions, you will find T2.micro. In few regions, you will find T3.micro. And we have provided the type as T2.micro. With T2.micro, we are getting CPU and RAM. So how many options we have selected? 3 options. First one is name, second one is EMI, and the third one is instance. Moving to the next option. The next option is we need to create queue. In previous session also we have created one key pair. Yes, we have created. What is the help use of key pair? With the help of this one, we can connect to our machine. Can I use that existing key pair, the one which I have used in previous session? This Windows 142 key. Yes, if I want, I can use this key pair also. This doesn't mention that this is for Windows or Linux. There is nothing like that. If I want, I can use this particular key pair also. But I'm not going to use this key pair. I'm going to create a new key pair. So the name I'm giving is the name. So click on create new key pair. Give the name to our key pair and click on create. When I click on create new key pair, system is downloading that particular. This is patch number 142. And here I am able to see that particular key, the one which we have saved. Scroll down. If you remember in previous session, we have discussed it to connect to our Windows machine. We need to enable a port number called RD. And what is the port number? 3389. 3389 is the port number for RD. Same way, if I want to connect my Linux machine, we need to enable a port number called SSH. And by default, AWS is enabling that particular port. Now, anyone in the chat box can confirm me what is the port number for SSH? Like for RDP, we have 3389. What is the port number for SSH? Most of the answers are correct. The correct answer is 22. 22 is the port number for SSH. Like for RDP, we have a port number 338. And you can see here by default, they are enabling that particular. So where these actually port numbers are getting enabled, these port numbers are getting enabled in security groups. These port numbers are actually enabling in security. Now, what is security? Security group is a set of firewall rules which we can enable it to access that particular EC2 machine. Access this particular, to use this particular EC2 machine, whatever the rules we need to enable, those things we are enabling in security. And what is the name of my security group? By default, they are giving the name as Launch Wizard. In previous session also, when we have created our Windows machine, they have created a new security group as well. They have created a security group with the name Launch Wizard 7. Now, but I don't want to use this name. I don't want to use this particular name. I want to give my own name to this particular security. And what is security group? I'm going to repeat again. Security group is a set of firewall rules. To use this particular EC2 machine, what are the rules we need to enable? Those rules we are enabling in our security. In our upcoming session, we are going to enable more rules under these security. Right now, we are just going to focus only on very basic rule. To connect Windows machine, we need to enable RDP port. To connect our Linux machine, we need to enable SSH port. This is very basic rule for Windows and for Linux. In our upcoming session, we'll discuss about some more rules which we need to enable in our EC2. And we are going to enable those rules in our security. If I want, I can use existing security group also. In previous session, we have created a security group with the name Launch Wizard 7 here and there. But in this security group, system is enabling Windows port number. With that RDP port number, I can't connect to the Linux machine. So I need to create a separate security group for Linux. Keep here, I can use same one. The one which I've used for Windows, same one I can use for Linux also. But security group, we can't use the same one which is used for Windows. I can't use for the Linux because Windows rules are different. Linux rules are. Now, I want to give my own name to this particular secret. How can I give my own name? Go to network settings. Under network settings, here we have an option of heading. Scroll down. Here I can give my name to this particular. It's not mandated to give the OR name, but in real time, always we are giving our own name to the security group. So in future, if we want to use that particular security group, we can easily use it. This is the name of the name. And you can see here, what does it type? SSH. Source type, anywhere. Anywhere means I can connect to this machine from any part of the world. And here is the port number which is mentioned here for SSH. The port number is 20. Next step, hard disk, storage. Now I'm using a word called hard disk. In previous session also have used a word called hard disk. But in AWS, it is not called as hard disk, it is called as volume. In AWS, it is called as volume, not hard disk. Like operating system, we are not calling, we are calling as AMI. In AWS, it is called as volume. And the one which I'm getting default, it's like a C drive. In previous session, we have discussed it. So like the default one which we are getting it, that is called as root volume. I'm again saying, please remember these terminologies. I know that no one can remember these terminologies in one single day. So slowly, you can remember these terminologies. The default hard disk which we are getting it, that particular hard disk in AWS, it is called as root volume. First of all, hard disk is called as volume, and the default one is called as root. You can see here also. And here I'm getting it, how much space they are providing? 8. Till 30 GB we have free for each machine. This is what we have discussed in previous session. Yes, till 30 GB is free for each virtual machine to each EC2 machine. But for Linux one, they are providing minimum 8 GB to us. If you want, you can increase till 30, but minimum requirement for Linux is 8 GB. I'm again repeating, guys. Minimum size required for Linux is 8 GB. Till 30 GB we have free, or whatever the size you want to give, you can give there. And what will be the maximum size? That we'll discuss in our upcoming session when we'll discuss about volume topics. We have a separate topic on volumes. We'll discuss more about volumes in our upcoming session. Right now, minimum requirement is 8 GB. So I'm going with the 8 GB. Done. And here we have one more option called advanced details. Regarding that, we'll discuss in our upcoming session. Now let's quickly give a recap. First of all, we have given the name to our EC2 machine. Second step, we have selected our AMI. Third step, we have selected our instance type. Fourth step, we have created our key pair. Fifth step, we have created our security group. But if you see here, above security group, we are getting some more options here. VPC, subnet, auto assign public IP. What are these options? These options we'll discuss in our upcoming session when we'll come to a service called VPC, one of the very important service we have in cloud platform. And that particular service we are going to discuss in our upcoming session. Scroll down. Here I'm creating a security group with name Linux 142 SG. And in this security group, I'm enabling SSH. In same security group, we can enable multiple ports also. But right now we don't require. So I'm just going with only one single port number SSH. Scroll down. Here we are getting 8G. And how many machines we require? Only one single. Here we have a summary also. You can see the AMI which we have selected, instance type, security group. It is mentioning as new security because we are creating a new security. And then storage volume, we are getting as AWS. So here we have that summary also, we can check that one. And here we are getting the free tier details. Again, we are getting. Now I'm going to click on launch. Done. We are able to create our ECU. Taking some time. Now, what is its status? We are able to create our EC2 machine. Any question anyone have regarding the creation process? Please let me know. Yes, Raghavendra, you can unmute. Raghavendra, you have raised your hand to ask your question. You need to unmute yourself. Shravanna, you can unmute. Guys, I'm requesting you, if you don't have any question, please don't raise your hand. Vibe, you can unmute.
Yes, I have two questions. The first
Mhm.
is what do you exactly mean by the tagging when we are naming? So can you please explain this tagging?
Regarding tags, we'll discuss in upcoming session. We have a topic. What is the use of tagging? Where actually we can use tagging? Tagging we'll discuss in upcoming session.
Oh, next
We
is
have a specific topic for that.
yes. Next question is about the status check. So what if the status check
We
fails?
will discuss that also in upcoming session.
Okay,
We have a
thank you.
separate topic for that one. And might be if you notice it, we are getting in previous session 2x2 check passed.
Yes,
We
yes.
have a specific topic for that. We'll discuss about that meaning. What is the meaning of 2x2 check pass? If it's getting failed, what we can do that, how we can resolve those issues. We'll
Mhm.
discuss it in upcoming section.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Sandeep, but you can unmute.
Yeah, so I'm asking, using the same key means we are using the same
Your voice is not clear, Sandeep. Can you please unmute? Sandeep, I'm not able to hear you. Sandeep, please resolve your issue. Then you can please raise your hand. Yes, Akshay, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. So the 8 GB we have allocated. Is it more like the CPU for this instance?
No, hard disk. Hard disk.
Hard disk. Okay. It's more like storage.
Correct. Just storage.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Chavan, you can unmute.
हेलो
Yes, Chavan.
हाँ सर आपको इन्हें टाइप करने के लिए कहा है ना लिनक्स 142
Sorry.
हाँ वो प्रैक्टिस अभी करनी है क्या थोड़ी देर बाद लेक्चर करने के बाद करना पड़ेगा प्रैक्टिस
Chavan, मैंने आपको पिछले सेशन में भी कहा था, जब आपका विषय तब आप प्रैक्टिस शुरू कर सकते हैं। और उसके लिए आपको AWS अकाउंट बनाना होगा। जब आपको प्रैक्टिस, आपको लग रहा है आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए, तब आप अपना AWS अकाउंट बना के प्रैक्टिस शुरू कर सकते हैं। इट्स अप टू योर विश।
आपने अभी जो कहा है वही प्रैक्टिस करना है ना?
बिल्कुल, जो मैं आपको सिखा रहा हूँ वही प्रैक्टिस करना भी आपने। अगर आने वाले सेशन में आपको कुछ टास्क
अभी नहीं मुझे समझ में आ रहा है वो आप क्या कर रहे हैं। मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग।
सॉरी,
हेलो, आई एम मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। सो
आपको क्या डाउट है?
मुझे अभी भी वो क्या आप क्या कह रहे हैं वो मुझे अभी भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है।
तो आप अपना डाउट पूछेंगे तभी मैं आपका डाउट क्लियर है। अगर आप मुझे अपना डाउट नहीं बताएंगे तो सॉरी, मैं आपको नहीं बता पाऊंगा कि आपका डाउट कैसे क्लियर होगा। तो आपको मुझे अपना डाउट बताना पड़ेगा। चलो,
नहीं वो आपने कह रहे हैं ना, वो अभी मुझे नहीं मालूम हो रहा है अभी।
तो क्या समझ नहीं आया था? जब तक मुझे बताएंगे नहीं तो मैं आपको कैसे बता पाऊंगा, उस चीज को एक्सप्लेन कैसे करूंगा?
नहीं वो आपने इंस्टेंस टाइप वगैरह वो आपने कहा था ना की पेयर वगैरह।
Chavan, I'm not able to understand your question, what you're trying to explain me. So till that time you're not giving me your question, till that time you're not informing me what you want to ask. How can I explain you those things? So Chavan, if it's, you can think about it, your question, whatever your doubts you have, then you can raise your hand, then I'll explain your doubts also. Okay, so first think about your question, what the question you want to ask me, then you can raise your hand, then definitely I'm going to explain your doubts also. Okay?
नहीं वो अपने लेक्चर में क्या कर रहे हैं वो अभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मुझे।
तो चवन, मैं आपको वही कह रहा हूँ, आप पहले अपना क्वेश्चन बताइए, क्या समझ नहीं आया आपको? आप अपना क्वेश्चन समझिए, आपका क्या क्वेश्चन है पूरा आप उसको अंडरस्टैंड कीजिए, फिर आप अपना हैंड रेस कीजिए तो मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन कर पाऊंगा। आप बताइए क्या समझ नहीं आया आपको?
EC2 का
ये प्रोसेस है EC2 मशीन बनाने का।
तो मशीन बनाने पड़ेगा क्या प्रैक्टिस करने
Yes. ये EC2 मशीन बनाने का प्रोसेस है चवन।
हाँ वो पहले अकाउंट खोलने के बाद वो पहले बनाने पड़ेगा।
बिल्कुल, अगर आपको प्रैक्टिस करना तो वो बनाना पड़ेगा आपको।
अगर वो लेक्चर के साथ साथ ही बनाना पड़ेगा क्या, लेक्चर खत्म होने के बाद प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा? वो आप
चवन, आप
अभी जो कह रहे
सेशन
हो
खत्म होने के बाद प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, आप साथ साथ मत कीजिएगा, आप बाद में प्रैक्टिस कीजिएगा।
हाँ
ओके
ओके।
यस तुषार, यू कैन आंसर। Yes, Tushar, you can ask your question. Tushar, I'm not able to hear you. Situ, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit. Ankit, like root volume, like running instead, can we increase the root volume? Like you have given 8 GB, right? If required more root volume is required, then can we increase?
Yes, that is possible. We can increase it. How to do that, we'll learn in upcoming session. And that is called a scale up.
Okay.
Okay, we'll discuss that particular point when we'll come to the PPT number 25.
Okay.
How to increase it, we'll discuss in upcoming session. And even if you want to attach additional volume, like in my laptop, if you see here, I have C drive also, I have a D drive also. I want to attach one more drive with that. How to do that? That also we'll discuss in upcoming session. Then we'll come to a topic called EBS.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Ravanna, you can.
Hi, Ankit. Good morning, Ankit.
Good morning.
Ankit, we have selected SH traffic, right? Instead of
SSH
SSH, we can select all traffic, right?
Yes, we can select all traffic also, but with the help of this one, our security is going to compromise. But it is enabling all port numbers, so with that, security is going to compromise of our ECP machine. And in that particular, we are not going to compromise those security.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
That is why we are that option we have it. We can do that also, but we are not doing this.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so those have raised their hand. Guys, just wait for a few minutes. Let's learn how we can connect to this machine. Then I'll come back. Now, to connect to this particular machine, we need some softwares. Like in previous session, to connect to our Windows machine, we have used RDP, this remote desktop connection. Same way, to connect our Linux machine, we need to download some software. We need to download software, and the software is called as terminals. And what is the name of that software which I'm going to download? Putty and Putty Jar. From where we can download? Here I have mentioned that particular link. With the help of this particular link, I can download both these software. And it's completely free of cost. Scroll down. Here I'm getting putty.exe. As per our system requirement, you can click on that particular one and download in your machine. So just I'm going to click on putty.exe. System is downloading that particular. Scroll down. Here I'm getting. Click on puttygen.exe. System is downloading the software. Now here I have downloaded both these softwares, and I'm going to put both these softwares in our. Now, if you remember in previous session, we have used RDP, and RDP is by default installed in our laptops. Do I need to install these two softwares? No, I don't need to install this software. I can double click on this software. The software is automatically going to. So we don't need to install this particular software. Now, after downloading of the software, what is the next? The next thing is I need to generate PPK file using putty. I need to generate PPK file by using putty. But which file we have downloaded? We have downloaded temp file. From this temp file, I need to generate PPK file because putty does not support temp file. Putty does not support temp file. So with the help of this particular temp file, we need to generate PPK file. How we can generate PPK file by using puttygen? Please see this very carefully, because if you are going to do mistake in this, when you're trying to connect to your machine, you will get an error message. So double click on puttygen. Click on load. This is batch 140, go to 142, and we are not able to see any file here. In my folder, I have some files, but I'm not able to see any file. Why? Because it is looking for a file with extension .pp. But I need to change this extension from ppk to all files. And I'm going to select my temp file. Click on open. Click on OK. Save private. Click on. Now give the name. I'm giving same name as my temp file. So it will be easy for me to recognize that the PPK file is for this particular temp file. Click on. In puttygen, you need to click on two buttons, only two buttons. First, click on load, upload your temp file. Second step, click on save private. Other than that, you don't need to click any. If you are going to click anywhere, system is going to generate a wrong PPK file. And when you're trying to connect to your machine, you will get an error message. So this is how we can generate a PPK file by using our putty. Is it clear, or do you want me to show again how to generate a PPK file? If you want me to show again, I can show that. Please confirm in the chat box. Okay. I'm going to show you again. So what I'm going to do, first I'm deleting this PPK. Now I'm going to show you again how we can generate this PPK file. Open puttygen. Click on load. We need to upload temp file here, but it is looking for a file with the extension .ppk. So change the file extension from ppk to all files. And here I'm selecting that particular file. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save file. Click on yes. And now this is the name I've given to my. Click on save. And here is my. And whatever the steps I have followed right now, you need to follow these steps to generate this PPK file. Because if you are doing any mistake, you are not able to connect to this machine. Done. Next step. Next step is we need to connect to this particular machine. Select EC2 machine. Click on connect. When I click on connect, we need to go to SSH. Note down the host name. If you see here we have something called example. In example, you need to copy from EC2-user till last. So from here, you need to copy from EC2-u. Till last, you need to copy that all command. This command is called as hostname. Done. Now open. Double click on put together. In this option, it is asking to enter hostname or IP. Right now, I'm going to enter hostname. Enter the host. Next step, attach PPK file with how we can attach a PPK file with putty. Click on this plus button for SSH. Next step, click on this plus button for auth. And then click on credentials. First, you need to click on plus button for SSH. Then you need to click on plus button for auth. And then you need to click on credentials. Here, the first option which we are getting it, there we need to select our PPK. So browse our PPK file. Here is my PPK. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. And you can see here, I'm able to connect to my Linux EC2. So this is how we can connect to our Linux EC2 machine. I'm going to show you again. First of all, enter that host name. Second step, we need to attach a PPK. So click on plus button for SSH. Click on plus button for auth. Click on credentials. The first option which we are getting where we need to select our PPK. So I'm going to click on browse. And here I'm selecting my. Click on open. And you can see here, now I'm able to connect to my Linux EC2. And which AMI we have used to connect to this particular EC2 machine? We have used Amazon Linux 202. So we are able to connect to our. I'm going to cancel this option. Now here I have shown you to connect our machine by using which option? SSH client option. We have one more option. I can connect by using EC2 instance connect option also. So select your EC2 machine. Click on connect. Here on the left hand side, we have an option of EC2 instance connect. Here I'm getting the public IP. If you notice here, when I'm opening the putty, it is asking for host name or IP address. Earlier, we are connected with our machine by using host name, but now I'm trying to connect by using IP address. Here is a particular IP address of my EC2 machine. So I'm copying this one. Attach PPK file. We already know how to attach PPK file. I'm going to attach a same PPK file. Click on open. Click on accept. But now it is asking for username. In previous option, it is not asking for username because the command which we are using it, in that command, first our username is mentioned. And what is our username? EC2-user. And you can see here also it is mentioned our. It's a default username for Amazon Linux. It's a default username for Amazon Linux. Like for Windows machine, we have a default username as our administrator. Same way for this one, for Amazon Linux, we have a default username EC2-. So I'm entering my username, press enter, and you can see here we are able to connect to our. So I can connect to this particular machine by using hostname also, or by using IP address. You can connect with both the option. It doesn't make any difference. You connect with hostname or IP address. There is no difference. The main thing is we are connecting to our EC2. So this is how we can create our Linux EC2 machine and we can connect to our Linux EC2. And I'm going to share this particular URL in the chat box also with you guys, from where you can download the 40 and 40 channels. And so we are able to next thing. After our practice, what we need to do? We need to terminate this machine. Like in previous session, we had terminate same way. We can terminate here also. But I'm not going to terminate right now. We have some quick questions. Then I'm going to terminate this machine. And before starting of the question, I want to show you something. Here I have given some links again in this PPT also. Like in previous PPT, I have given the link. Here also I have given the links. While practice, if you get any error, something called timeout error message, here is the solution I have given. And while practice, if you get an error message, not supported authentication method available, for that also I have already given the solution. So while practice, if you get any of this error message from these two, solution is already given. Timeout error, you are getting it because of your system issues. And the other error which I have mentioned here, no supported authentication method, this error you are getting because of your mistake. Because of your mistake. While practice, you are generating a wrong PPK file, then you will get this error message. If you are generating a correct PPK file, you will not get the error message. So the solution is already given here. This PPT we are going to upload in our website. So when you are doing practice, you can check these links also. So let's have quick question and then I'm going to terminate this particular. Yes, Sandeep, but you can unmute.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. So
Hi.
for each instance, we would have separate private key, right?
No,
So
no, I can use the same key for multiple machines also. If
okay,
I want, I can use the same key also for multiple machines.
okay, fine.
Okay.
One more question.
Hmm.
As we saw that we are using the default username to connect with the machine.
Correct.
So if we need to connect it with the username which are in our Active Directory, so do we have any option to link that? Or I think AWS would have its own Active Directory, or we can link
Correct.
our.
We have a service called AWS Active Directory Service also we have.
Okay, that can be linked to the link our Active Directory means which is in our local data center. Can be linked.
That is not possible. We need to use AWS Active Directory.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have any session on Active Directory also?
No, no, we don't have.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, Shetty, you can.
Hi Ankit.
Hi.
As yesterday we were talking about these instances, right? We have a limited period of 700 or 750 hours per month. We can't, if we just turn it off the machines, we are not deleting. If we just turn it off, will the counter still be running, or is it like we
No.
have to? It's not. Okay.
No.
All right. That's all for
Any more
today.
questions?
Yeah. No. Thank you.
Yes, Rajesh, you can unmute. Rajesh Krishnan, you can unmute yourself.
Mute. Yeah, hi sir. So
Hi.
since you created here Linux instance, already some people they ask about the volume level can be increased. You said it, we are going to see that in upcoming, that's fine. Same way,
Correct.
I think so we can increase the RAM also. Since the
Yes.
instance is running, we no need to stop.
That we'll discuss it. I'm not giving any confirmation right now. We need to stop or not. That we'll discuss later. When we are coming to the topic called scale up. In the same topic, I'm going to show you how we can increase CPU and RAM also.
And one more thing, since you created here, one file is PEM file, another
Correct.
one is PPK file.
Correct.
Is this same we did for Windows? I don't think Windows we did only, you copied some key file and okay.
PPK is only for PuttyGen.
Okay.
Not for
So,
any other tool. And with Putty, we can only connect Linux machine, not Windows machine.
yes, Putty for Linux. So what is the difference for Putty and PuttyGen?
PuttyGen is help us to generate PEM to PPK. And Putty is help us to connect to our Linux machine. So both are different tools and both having different workers. Okay. Even by using PuttyGen, we can generate authorized key also. What is that authorized key? We'll discuss in upcoming session when we learn about how we can create users in our Linux machine. In our Linux machine, we can create more users. Because let's take example, I have a default username EC2-user. Our developers wants to connect to this machine. Are we going to provide our default user to them, Rajesh? No.
No.
We'll create their separate users, and that particular user we are going to provide to them. And how we'll create those users, we'll discuss in upcoming session. And at that time, we need authorized key also. And that code is also generating by using PuttyGen.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So final regarding this video call, I don't know I'm doing right or not. I can see what you ping. Just now you also copied that Putty file download link. I can see that. Is there any hide that others who are all there in this meeting, who they ping? I can't see any ping.
You can't see that is disabled. You can only see the my messages. You can't see other student messages. Only I'm the one who can see all the messages.
Same way the video as well.
No, video, everyone can see the screen. They are all able to see my screen right now.
Yeah. Screen I can see. I'm
All
just
can see
asking
my
like a
screen.
regular Zoom. I can't see any of the faces.
No, you can't see those messages or other details because we have blocked those details. Okay, but
Okay.
the screen
Okay.
you can see, and whatever the messages I'm sending in the chat box, everyone can see.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, Shravanna, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. Instead of Putigen, I mean, I was previously using Git Bash.
Yes, you can use Git Bash also. Git Bash supports PEM file. Git
Yeah.
Bash is not supporting PPK file.
Okay,
If you
like
want to connect to your machine by using Git Bash, you can connect also.
is there any preference you're going for Putigen?
Puttigen is the tool which is very widely used in the market as compared to other tools. Number one is Puttigen. Number two is Git Bash.
Git Bash. Okay, fine.
That's why I want you to familiar with those tools which are very commonly used in market.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Okay, that's why I'm using Putty.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Colin, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit. So the default user is like EC2 underscore user, right? If I wanted to switch
EC2
as a
hyphen
super,
user.
right? So if I wanted to switch it as the super user root, then what is the process? How do you do it? Is it the sudo? If you do, then you won't have the password, right? So how do you manage as super user?
You want to switch it, you can switch by using sudo su command. With
The
that, you
root?
can connect to the machine. Like I am connected with my machine right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you?
Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute. I'll show you that also.
Okay.
Let me just restart the session. Okay, I can use a command sudo hyphen su. See, I'm switched to
So
root
it's not
user.
asking any password. Okay, that's what I want to. Okay.
But if you are going to use a command, okay, let me just exit this one. If you are going to use a command su root, it is asking for password. If I'm using with sudo permission, then it is not asking for password.
Okay.
Okay, because here I'm using a sudo permissions. Here I'm not using sudo permissions.
Right. Because we configured as EC2 hyphen user, right? That's the reason it is allowing the super user. But if I'm creating normal user, they cannot do that sudo su and root won't be allowed.
Correct. They do, by default, they don't have the permissions.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, now I'll show you how we can connect to this particular machine by using Git Bash also. So we have time. I'll show you that also. I've shown you by using Putty. I'll show you with Git Bash. So first of all, you need to install Git Bash. So you can just search Git Bash on Google. Here I'm getting the first website from where you can download the Git Bash, and I'm sharing this particular website link also in the chat box. So I've shared. I'm using Windows, so click on Windows. Here, as per your system requirement, you can download this. 32-bit or 64-bit. Click on that. Here, system is downloading the exe file, and this exe file you need to install in your system. I'm not going to install this exe file because if I'm start installing, what they are doing it, they are first uninstalling from my system, and then they are going to install, because in my system, Git Bash is already installed. So just download this particular software and install it. It's very simple. Double click on that. Just click on next. You can easily install this particular software. Now, how can I connect to this particular? To connect to this particular machine, I need to go to SSH client. In SSH client, here we have something called example. When we are using Putty, we have copied this particular. But for git bash, we need to copy the full example. So we have copied that full example here. Now open your batch folder. Right click in the folder. And here I'm getting the git bash. Git bash here it is showing because we have installed it. If you are not installing git bash, it is not showing us here. Done. And make sure we are opening the git bash in the folder where we have stored our temp file. If it's storing in some other location and you're opening git bash in some other location, you are not able to connect to this machine. I've opened git bash in batch 142 because my temp file is stored in that particular. So I'm copying this command. It's here. Enter. I press yes. Here I'm able to connect to our. But to connect to this machine, you need to copy this full example because in this one, they are already giving the details about my temp file. So with the help of this one also, we can connect to our Linux. You can connect by using putty also. You can connect by using git bash. Yes, Ganja, you can unmute.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, my question is that some words are not familiar to me. So my request is that like SSH, putty and puttijan, if you elaborate its terminology or meaning, it will be familiar to me.
And puttijan is a software.
Yeah, okay.
Like you are using WhatsApp. When you start using the WhatsApp, before that, are you familiar with WhatsApp?
No.
No. That is why these are the software. So these software, I can't explain it. Same way, SSH port number. These are the standard things we have with as well. You just need to remember those things slowly.
Okay.
I know that no one can remember all those things in one single.
Okay. No,
Okay?
sir. Means
I know
think...
that. Don't worry. I know that I was also the learner there. Okay.
Yes.
So no one can remember those things in one single day. Slowly, you will understand this.
No, sir. I think if somebody asks me what is SSH, what is puttijan, then
SSH, putty and puttijan is a software.
Yeah.
SSH is a port number.
Yeah, okay. Like that only. If you tell the meaning that I will become familiar to this. If somebody asks,
whenever you have doubts, you can message me in the chat box. You can email me. You can raise your hand whenever you have doubts.
Okay. Sir, my another question is, as I had logged in my AWS account in another laptop. Now I have to log in my own laptop. So we have installed that putty and puttijan software that install in our laptop. If I am
Sorry to interrupt you, Ganjan. There is no option of installation for putty and puttijan. Just a download option.
Yes, sir. If you download, then if I'm logging in my own laptop, it will automatically come, or I have to copy by pen drive or something.
Temp file.
Okay.
Temp file. You need a temp file to connect to that particular machine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and that one is not automatically coming in. You need to transfer by using pen drive.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
So actually, today is my first class. Actually, so I missed previous sessions. Yeah, I have a doubt on AWS free tier account. So, how much CPU, RAM, and hard disk is permitted for a free tier account?
For free tier, we are getting the instance type as T2.micro.
Okay.
And we have noticed it. We have selected instance type T2.micro. So it means they are for free tier 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM we are getting for each machine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and hard disk is 30 GB maximum. Free one we are looking at for
For
each machine.
a T2 micro instances, a 30 GB is the maximum permitted as a free usage.
Free
Correct?
one, yes.
Oh,
Okay. And I just want to know, are you in the WhatsApp group?
I think I have the group actually. I think.
Okay, so I'm sharing this in the chat box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if you're not there, you can please join that.
Definitely. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. So I just want to know, like, if you lose that PEM file, like, can you recover it?
We'll learn in upcoming session. That's a very important question you have asked, Anshul. Okay, that definitely will learn in upcoming session. That will be also.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, Venkatesh. Yes, Venkatesh, you can ask your question.
Yeah, good morning. Silly question maybe. This is like we are giving host name and the username, right? Is it possible to change that?
Default one, you can't change the username.
Okay. Host name?
Sorry?
Host name?
Host name is also, you can see here. Here I'm getting the username, na?
No.
The default username.
Oh, we cannot change, right? Like.
No, because we are getting a username here. So username we can't change.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Prakash.
Yeah, hi, Ankit. Yeah, is it audible now?
Sorry, you're saying something?
Is it audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. If perm file has been unfortunately it has been deleted or something else, both BPK and perm file. Can we re-download it and generate the BPK again?
There is it's the same question asked us few minutes before also by one student. I said that particular point we'll discuss in our upcoming session. Okay. We have a topic, that particular topic we'll discuss in our upcoming session. When we'll reach to a PPT number 32. Okay. At that time, we are going to discuss this point.
So okay, fine.
Okay.
So every day, once completed the everyday class, we will share the respective PPT also, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah, hi, Ankit. I observed that while creating the PPK file, like PPM file.
PEM file.
Yeah, PEM file. Can we directly generate a PPK file over there?
Yes, we can generate directly a PPK file, and that's the next topic we need to start it. And the next topic we are going to continue tomorrow's session.
Then why
we can directly generate a PPK file by using AWS?
So then why we put it in here?
The reason is because in real time or in our upcoming session, we need in some cases we need PEM file.
Okay.
At that time, our PPK file is having no use. In that particular case, only PEM file will be used. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
At that time, you should directly generate a PPK file by using your AWS account. Whenever you want to use a PEM file, you can't use a PEM file. And there are two cases where we need PEM file. I'll discuss those particular points in our upcoming session also. So this option is there. The option which I'm going to show you in the tomorrow's session, how we can generate a PPK file by using AWS account. But this option we are not going to use in our upcoming session. Even in real time also, we are not using this option. So we'll learn about this particular option, but we will not use this option in real time in upcoming session.
Okay, got it. So that means in real time, we are using Putigen or directly PPK file?
No, we are using Putigen to generate PPK file. We are not directly generating a PPK file by using AWS account. The reason I have already told you, because in some cases we need PEM file.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
In
I
which
got it.
cases we need PEM file, that's we learn in our upcoming session.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Yadav, you can unmute.
Hello, Ankit. What are the
Yes,
purpose
yeah.
of EC2 actually? So what are the different purposes where we can use EC2? That is only for launching Windows and Linux operating system?
You can create your application in this EC2 machine. You can build your website in this EC2 machine. You want to create any software, you can create any software also in these EC2 machines. You can do anything in this EC2 machine, whichever you want to do.
Okay, launching websites, launching applications, operating systems.
Or any other purposes also. You want to build your own application.
Okay.
You can build your own application also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's like a same like a computer to you. Whatever you can do in your computer, you can do it there also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Prakash.
Yeah, Ankit. Actually, you said you will share the PDF of respective classes. So where can I download?
Yes, we are uploading the PPTs, whichever I'm using there. I'm uploading in our website, and yes, you can download those PDFs also, but there is no download option for recordings you have.
Okay, okay. So how can I see those videos if we completed the courses for the recorded sessions?
So first of all, you need to log into our website.
Okay.
Okay. After completion of your payment, when you log into our website, here you will find some option called dashboard.
Okay.
Right now, I'm not able to see the dashboard option because I didn't log into the website. Once you log into the website, you will see an option called dashboard there. Okay. Click on the dashboard, and then on the left-hand side, you will see something called active courses. Okay. Under active courses, you will see your batch for which you have made the payment.
Okay. Okay. So we can't able to download those videos.
No, recordings, there is no option of download, but lifetime access. The PPT, PDFs, whichever I'm sharing with you, those you can download.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Arun, you can unmute.
We will create our instance in one region. Okay, another region it was reflecting, or we need to create it separately.
No, the EC2 machine, whichever we are creating, those are region specific. Like in previous session, also I have shown you guys the EC2 machine which I have created in Mumbai region. I can't see those EC2 machine in any other region. Okay. EC2 machines are region specific.
Like that, any free tier specification is different. That means any special things they will give, like the 50, the here is 30 GB, but in Hyderabad it may be 50 GB, like that. Nothing is there.
No, same one, but instance type can be vary as per the region to region. Like in Mumbai region, we are able to see T2.micro. In Hyderabad region, it can be T3.micro. Other than details, all are same for all the regions. Okay, instance type can be varied.
Okay.
Kiran?
Okay, thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to terminate this EC2 machine. I'm selecting this EC2 machine. Go to instance state. So make sure after practice, you can terminate your EC2 machine. And while practice, if you face any issue, you can email me also. And even I have already given these 2 error message solution I have given. You can check these also. Any question anyone have, please let me know, or we can end this session here. And in tomorrow's session, we are going to start learning about PPK file using AWS account. And then we are going to learn about how we can create our Linux commands. About Linux commands, we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Yes, Prakash.
Yeah, hi Ankit. Regarding the termination, once we terminate the instance, what are all the state will occur during the termination? Because
What are the?
instant state, it will be inactive, running something else, right?
No, when you're terminating, it is going to show as terminate to us.
Okay.
See here, I have terminated, it is showing me terminated.
Okay. Actually, I am part of Oracle database administration. So if we start up the database, it will go for no mount and mount, and after that it will open the database. Okay.
No, if you stop the machine, it is going to show as stopped.
Okay.
If you are terminating the machine, it is showing as terminated. And after a few minutes, if you are checking your AWS console, terminated machine is going to completely remove from this particular console.
Okay. So if we created the EC2 instance, first it will be in active or running state, right? Then after
running,
that,
yes, running state.
Okay. Okay. So we don't have we are not having any particular steps like these steps will takes place first time, and then these steps will take place. We don't have like that, right? I'm asking about
Can you please repeat your question?
No, what I'm trying to ask in the database side, if we stop the database, okay, first it will close the database, then dismount the DB, then after that, I mean, shut down the database. These three steps will take place. While
here it is, when you stop the machine, it is showing as stop. When your machine is running, it is showing as running. If you terminate your machine, it is showing as terminated.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, Chetan, you can unmute.
Good evening, sir. Sorry, good morning, sir. Sir, I go for that terminated that this is this EC2 machine. That any locking purpose is there? Any password like that will be put?
That you can block that no one can terminate this EC2 machine?
Yes.
Yes, we have that option. That option also we are going to discuss. And even we have an option, we can protect our instance from stop.
Yes. Okay.
We'll discuss those 2 points when we'll come to the PPT number 22 and 23.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. It's a very important option we have it because in real time, we'll enable these options for our each EC2 machine. So by mistake also no one can done.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so with this, I'm ending this session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our PPK file by using our AWS account. And then we'll start learning about the Linux. Here are the basic Linux commands we are going to discuss in our tomorrow session. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you.